Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Kevin Sykes on another segment of My Mind Mondays. Today's segment of My Mind Mondays, what I just want to talk about is it's going to be kind of brief, but it was just something that me and my boy, one of my big homies, we was just talking about, and basically what I was just talking about was like my love for the game, and I'm not going to talk about that, but I just want to talk about is this. So we had a conversation, and the conversation basically it talked about is like why I enjoy coaching and stuff like that. And basically what I was telling him is I just have a knack for asking questions that not many people always want to ask and just want to know why. And that's what I just want to talk about right there. Is like in order to understand your why, you got to also know whatever that you are doing or your gift that you're doing, that you have those questions. And me, like what I'm saying is about me coaching football and stuff like that, I always have a lot of questions. I always have scenarios just playing in my head. So like I know one of my homeboys, he asked me like, well, why do you want to coach, bro? Like you got the degree, you make pretty decent money. Like why do you like to coach? I'm like, why? I genuinely enjoy doing it. And I just have questions every time in different scenarios. And I feel like that's what anybody else, like if you have questions about doing something and you want to learn more about it, I feel like you're living in your gift and you're having those things are trickling to your gift. They're trickling down to what you want to become and who are you inspiring yourself to become. I wouldn't recommend nobody pursuing anything if they're not going to question every little detail about what they're doing. And I feel like that's the most important thing about your gift is that you have an ability and you have a want to learn and you have a want to ask those questions in every situation. And that's just the way how I feel about myself with coaching. When I watch a football game, I'm thinking about every scenario. Or why did the coach did this? Or what was they doing to make them want to do this? And even when I'm like talking to some of my fellow counterparts, like I might just look at a play and I'll be like, well, why they doing that? Oh, what's the purpose of this? And I feel like that's what anyone, like if you want to be a doctor, why is the femur bone located this way? And if it's why is it's called a dislocation? If you're a rapper, like why these verses are more stronger than the other verses. If you are a mechanic and you like to work on cars, why is the engine? Why do they call a piston a piston? Why is the screw is located right here, or what's the diagnosis of it? That's those questions. And like that's all I'm just saying. Like when you want to live in your gift, you gotta always want to ask those questions because that's what makes the difference between you being good at it and you being great at it, because you want to know every little detail. And like I said with myself about me coaching, I just want to know details about the game. I don't know why. It's just that every time I'm watching a football game, I want to know what teams doing in scenarios. I want to know what the referee is looking at when they call this penalty. I want to know what the quarterback is thinking and how to make them better. And the same thing with other positions. I just want to know that. And like I have questions about it, and like that's one of the things that I understand about living in your gift is that you should want to have those questions. And that's all I just want to get at y'all. I didn't want to make this a long video because I had a pretty long weekend. I just got back in late last night from DC and I had to work from home today. So I'll just bring that up just for those who's watching my video, and especially younger kids. Like, hey, if you want to live in your gift, you got to ask those questions. And if you start to ask those questions and you feel like those are important, then you know you are living in your gift. And so with that just being said, y'all, this is Kim Sykes doing another segment of My Mind Mondays.